The hospital in Afghanistan was run by the humanitarian group Doctors Without Borders. The airstrike that hit it apparently and mistakenly carried out by U.S. forces. At least 19 are dead, doctors and children among them, and dozens more are injured or unaccounted for. This happened overnight in Kunduz, a city of about 300,000, taken this week by the Taliban. Afghan troops have been trying to retake the city with help from U.S. airstrikes. Here's Julianna Goldman.
The dead include at least 7 patients, 3 of them children who were burned alive, and 12 Doctors Without Borders staff members. At least 37 people were seriously injured. According to defense officials, U.S. forces conducted an airstrike in Kunduz around 2:15 a.m. local time near the hospital. They say the intended targets were Taliban insurgents who were firing on U.S. service members embedded with Afghan fighters. The U.S. military hasn't confirmed whether its bombs hit the hospital, but officials acknowledge the strikes may have resulted in collateral damage to the nearby facility. U.S. officials offered condolences, including Defense Secretary Ashton Carter, who called the incident tragic. General John Campbell, commander of U.S. forces in Afghanistan, spoke with President Ashraf Ghani and in a statement said they are working to thoroughly examine the incident and determine what happened. As always, we will take all reasonable steps to protect civilians from harm. A spokesman for the Afghan Interior Ministry said 10 to 15 terrorists had been hiding in the hospital and were killed during the strike.
We do know that there are still terrorists hiding in places. It's much better now because most of them were, killed during the operations.
Even as the U.S. withdraws combat forces from Afghanistan, they are still assisting Afghan troops fighting the Taliban insurgency.
This is a grave violation of humanitarian law.
Jason Cohn is the executive director of Doctors Without Borders. He says they had been treating hundreds since the Taliban attacked the city and provided the U.S. with the hospital's coordinates just days ago.
We will not accept that this loss of life, which could have been prevented and should have been prevented, will just be dismissed as another example of collateral damage.
A one-star general has been dispatched to the area to investigate, but Jim, the investigation is complicated by the fact that it's an active combat zone.
Julianna, thank you.